Out of there again, folks. Thing caught a little bit faster than I expected it to. Just having a quick drink of some delicious, refreshing lemon lime Powerade. No sponsorship deals there. But yeah, that's my my little drink of choice at the moment as I come to you. So howdy there, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Do another food review for you guys off of my sampler Platter. Now this video is going to be in the same series of videos that I've done for a few other videos now. I don't know exactly how I'm going to, what order I'm going to upload all these in. But this will probably not be the first one. But yeah, so I've been doing a few videos now on different local places that I like to eat. And so I did, done 3 prior to this. Started off with a place called Zenwich, then went to a place called El Mirador, then Uncle Pete's Pizzeria, and then today I'm actually going to get to the one that I kind of originally intended to start this whole thing off. Excuse me. And the only reason why I didn't was simply because I'd had their food like a few days prior. So I wanted to break it up a little bit just for my own personal taste. What place is that? It is a place called Subdragon. That is Subdragon. I know how to spell dragon, but just spelling it out loud threw me for a bit. All one word, Subdragon, 111. Just 111. 111. I believe it's I think it's got to be in Addison, I'm sure. But yeah. This is a little Thai place that has been around for like at least maybe like 2-3 years now, something like that. It's got to be at least 3, I think, by now. The only thing that throws me is that, and I guess this will be my little story time that I do for the places, was the fact that before it was there was actually a different Thai place there. And ever since moving to the area that I'm in right now, I wanted to try the place out because I had Thai food like maybe twice before, and I've always really enjoyed it, but there wasn't really a good place near me. But then I moved where I presently live, and this place was, a relatively short drive. So I'd intended to try the place, but at that point in my life, I didn't have a lot of funds to just kind of go out and explore and try places and stuff, at least not the way I wanted to. So I didn't usually have the resources to go and do that stuff, at least not too often. And eventually what ended up happening was I finally was at a point where I had a little money, and it wasn't like I specifically was like, yes, I've saved up all the funds to go to the Thai place. It was just a thing where I had a little cash and I was in the area and I was like, oh yeah, that Thai place I've been meaning to try. So I drove into the it's kind of a strip mall type area with a bunch of stores and stuff. And I drove by, but they had gone out of business at that point. So I was like, well, I missed my opportunity. That sucks. And then I think just maybe a couple months later or so, I was driving past, and there was a new sign and everything with, new owners and stuff. So that is what Subdragon 111 is. And that time I was like, nope, this time we're going to do it. I'm going to go in. So I got some food there. It was fantastic. And I've been going there ever since. I've been trying to promote it whenever I have the chance, take some friends there. Took my dad there a few times. So really good stuff. And that led to kind of a difficult thing for me in choosing the items because for those of you, any of you who might watch my other videos and stuff, I generally try to do videos on things that I haven't done the items before. So there's kind of a specific reaction because if I go over there, I could get my favorite items from the place. I already know those are really good. And, I have full confidence that the stuff I picked out is going to be good. But I want to hopefully go over there and give anyone who's watching this sort of an authentic experience so that if you're coming into it, you're able to have a similar experience as if, I'm able to have a similar experience as if you were just going to these places or just trying these items yourself. So I had to find, I like to do 3 items for this. So I had to find 3 items that I hadn't tried, which, to be fair, there's, certainly more than 3, but, I had to find things that seemed like they would work to my tastes, that wouldn't be too similar to some of the other things that I've tried, stuff like that. So what did I end up going with? I got 3 items. I got an appetizer of crispy egg rolls. I know it's weird that this is my first time trying, I've had egg rolls before, but I haven't had them from Subdragon. I love egg rolls, but usually I'll get those from a Chinese food place. And if I'm going to the Thai place, they have other appetizers like the chicken satay, which I can't get at a Chinese place. So usually I go for something I can get more exclusively over there. So that's the appetizer. Then then I also got a soup. I got a noodle wonton soup, which I love 2 of their soups in particular. In fact, for a while, pretty much the only thing I ordered from there was a large tom kha soup, which is this Thai soup with like coconut milk. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then my secondary option that I'll get sometimes is tom yum goong, which is another fantastic soup. Also happens to be a really fantastic martial arts movie from the early 2000s starring Tony Jaa. It was released over here in America as The Protector for reasons. Check that movie out. Aside from doing this, I love martial arts films and stuff like that, and Tony Jaa is one of my absolute favorites. So anyway, so that's the soup, and then the last one that I got for the entree is I got a red curry with jasmine rice. And I've had most of their curries before. I think this and the green curry are the only ones that I haven't had. So I decided to go with that. So that's the 3 items that I've got. I'm going to go ahead. I don't know. I think my guess is this is the. Definitely smells like it. The crispy. Egg rolls. There we go. Oh, and hey, we got some silverware. Good times. Silverware. Yeah. So, alright. Take a look and see. Got the thing. One of the interesting things is, it's kind of interesting, not that interesting. What with it being, a Thai place versus a Chinese place, you don't usually get the standard Chinese food type boxes for their stuff. So, yep, here we go. So, you can see, those are some hefty egg rolls, folks. And I can already see they have more of like a spring roll consistency on the top, is what I'm looking at. And comes with a sauce and such. Give it a shot. Let's open it up. And actually, I think on the menu it said it's like a plum sauce. It doesn't look like plum sauce. Could be wrong. Yeah, it's more like a sweet and sour. So maybe I was just reading the wrong item off the menu, or maybe the online menu is different from the standard one now. So, that's happened in the past. So I got the thing, you can see, like I said, definitely more like a spring roll consistency. Try a bite without the sauce, try a bite with the sauce. Let you know how it goes, folks. Well, it is pretty much exactly what I was expecting in regards to it. Basically, it's somewhere basically a cross between an egg roll and like a spring roll. For those of you who are familiar with the Chinese food version of it, it's really good. It's very flavorful. I forget if these, I think these might be vegetarian, but I forget. The outside is really crispy and light. And yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that if you want something that's a little bit lighter than an egg roll, these would be a good choice. Like, and mind you, like I said, spring rolls exist, but usually spring rolls, in my experience, are a good deal smaller than egg rolls. These are actually pretty comparable. So let's try it with the sauce, which again is kind of a sweet and sour sauce, though not as thick. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the sauce, where again, it's, you know, just like with the outside of the more spring roll, like outside of the texture, being lighter than standard egg roll, the sauce is lighter than standard sweet and sour sauce, but it is honestly every bit as flavorful. So I don't know exactly what they're doing with it, but they're doing a good job. So I'm not going to go over there and tell you calorie-wise or anything like that. I'm not that guy, so I can't tell you if these are like a quote-unquote healthier option than standard egg rolls. But they definitely taste very, you know, solid quality. Some places you get egg rolls from, with them being so standard, I found that, and not, you know, like I have, you know, it depends on where you go, but some I have found that they really do feel just kind of like an afterthought item, you know, like there wasn't much care given to them. In this case, though, everything about this tastes, you know, like there was some care given to it. And it should. It's, you know, good food. Now, close up the sauce. Now, it said, this is the best egg roll I've ever had. Hard to say. Egg rolls, my opinion, my experience, are generally either just really good or kind of awful. Either I really like what it's doing, or I don't. But I do think I went to like kind of something of a little bit more higher end Chinese food place when I was younger with my dad, I think. And I remember we got some egg rolls there that were like really pretty outstanding. So these, maybe not quite to the same extent as that, but I would definitely say better than like normal standard egg rolls. But at the same time, I also have to take into account, it is different. If you're looking for that standard egg roll consistency and everything, you know, it's a different thing because it is more spring roll-like. So, like I said, I believe that's their version is strictly vegetarian. So, you know, if you want, you know, shrimp or beef or whatever, other places you can go. But I really enjoyed that. I'm happy I bought that item. So, let's go ahead, let's figure out what the things are. Okay. What are you? Hot is what you are. Okay, so that's got to be the wonton noodle soup. Just going to be the next thing I try. Then, we've got some extra rice, because I like extra rice with my curry. I don't care what you like. I'm just happy that you like it. So, good for you. And really, the ultimate curry, regardless of anything I try here, is, of course, the one and only Tim Curry. So, and let's see. Just want to see, because this is my first time looking in the bag. So, yeah. And actually, so I ordered extra rice for my curry, like I said, but one rice, which is usually what you get with curry, 2 rice, and I guess 3 rice. maybe that's supposed to be with the soup, like if you want to kind of thicken it up. I don't know. Or maybe that last thing isn't rice, but it sure seemed like rice. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, no, these are actually the noodles that go in the noodle wonton soup. So cool. I was unaware of that. Like I said, folks, this is my first time trying this. So, all right, let's open this up. The only problem that I foresee now. So you got the wonton soup here. You got your noodles right here, but that's really full. So I brought an extra thing for the for the what's it called? For the curry, so that I could kind of mix it with the rice. I wasn't expecting to need another thing, so we'll kind of do a thing. So yeah, it's still pretty hot. So for safety reasons, soup. I love soup, folks. I think most people like soups, though I do have a friend who is vehemently against them. She is just not into, like, drinking her food as, like, a texture thing for her. And, you know, hey, good on her, but, like, I remember when she told me that, my brain exploded. I was like, really? Because I've never met anybody who doesn't like soup, but, like I said, that's not to call her out or anything like that. It's just an interesting thing, so. Okay. Smells really good. And so, yeah, this is like, it's wonton soup in like a chicken broth with like some garlic and stuff like that. So, we'll kind of do this in sections, I guess. So, kind of go for some broth right off the bat with the, go. Oh, well, okay. Do some broth here real quick, because fundamentally, you gotta have a good broth. And that is a good broth. I was a little bit concerned because, like I said, usually I like the tom kha and the tom yum goong. The chicken broth, though, kind of can only taste so much like anything else. But you can have better or worse versions of it. Of course, you can add different things to it. This is some very solid broth. I am happy about that. And especially with all this COVID-19 stuff going on, you know, chicken broth with the soup and the things. So, let's get one of the wontons out here. Oh boy. That is a hefty wonton. That is a wonton worth some money. So, let's, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it all. I mean, I could. But especially with it being hot, I don't know that I want to just, Oh man, those are good. Yeah, I mean, if you've never had wontons, I mean, they're dumplings. They're, you know, just meat wrapped in like in pastry kind of stuff. I don't cook, folks, so but yeah, that was really good. You had a lot of it. The meat was really flavorful. I forget. I think this is beef. I want to say beef or pork, maybe. Yeah, I mean, so this is kind of a the hotness on the finger. And, you know, this is kind of like their version of sort of like chicken and dumpling soup, which is really good. So, I don't know exactly how many. I'm trying to kind of. It feels like I think I got maybe like 3 more of the dumplings, which, to be fair, you know, it's just one thing of soup, and they're really big dumplings, so or wontons. So, so now we got to figure out how to do the water situation. Oh, or not water, the noodle situation. I guess I'll just kind of put some of them in there. And then later on, once I'm done doing this, I'll dump them. I gotta kind of make this go quick. So I kind of have to limit this to half an hour or so. The noodles. Yeah, they go. Please be nice. Yeah, you got like noodles and bean sprouts and stuff. I guess for me, because like they do have like just normal wonton soup. And then I figured the noodles, you just get a little bit more for the overall soupness. Damn it, spoon, you ruined it all. Throw off my equilibrium. Okay. We'll go with that right now. I'll put the noodles over there. Oh, professionalism, folks. Anyway. There we go. So, now, we got some noodles in our noodle wonton soup. Some assembly required, folks. It's okay. You can do the noodles your way. So, share with the noodles. I imagine it'll be similarly good, just there'll be noodles. So, yeah, I mean, the noodles don't add like a ton of flavor, but they do add some, and they fill out the soup. So, in that regard, they are doing an excellent job. Yeah, I kind of mixed it all together, so now it's hard to find. Whatever, we'll just do broth. But yeah, that is it's a wonton noodle soup. And yeah, I mean, I personally really enjoyed that. It was, in terms of, it's got a good broth, it's got good, big beefy wontons. And then, like I said, you got the noodles, or you can do it without the noodles. It's, very, very flavorful. You're getting all the stuff, you're getting the garlic, you're getting the, the other spices involved. Yeah, I mean, it's a, is it the best chicken soup I've ever had? Maybe? Chicken soup, similar to egg rolls, is kind of, you either really tend to like it, or it's, well, no, that's not true. There's certainly, like, just not very okay chicken soups. That is not a just okay chicken soup. That is a damn good chicken soup. So, I'm a fan. Alright, so then, let's do the curry here, kind of quickly. Okay, so this is the red curry. It doesn't look terribly red compared to what I was expecting. Because, like I said, I've had other curries, and they tend to look like this, but they, some have got, like pineapple and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a curry. I love curry. I love rice-based things, so curry is absolutely fantastic. And with Subdragon, because for any folks familiar with Thai food, it can be spicy. So Subdragon does, I've always really liked this, is they offer 5 levels of spiciness. Now for the soup and for the egg rolls, they're just standard items. But for this, they ask you. Or in my case, I already know to tell them. So I got a little too spicy. I can go higher on the spicy scale in terms of my endurance, but when I the first time I had one of their curries, I went with a spicier, I think I went level 3 or 4. I think level 3. But even at level 3, I just found the spice kind of overwhelmed some of the flavors. Number 2 is, like, perfect. With Tom Kha, when I get that, I get level 3 spicy, because I think that extra spice just brings out the flavor. So, you just have to kind of work with it. So this is the way that I do the curry thing. Usually, because I almost always get soup, I will just eat all of the soup in one go, and then I will use the remaining extra bowl, or container, to mix the rice and curry together. In this case, though, I can't do that because, of course, it's over there. Still has the soup in it. So, that's why I have an extra one. Reusable and all that. So, pop it in the rice, do the rice. And there we go. Nice little brick of rice. And actually, most of it came out. I am very much someone who likes to get all of the rice, so I will eventually get like, because there's a little bit left. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to do this way. Then, we got our second thing here. Let's open it up. Be nice and careful with it so we don't spill it and hurt ourselves. Oh, man. Thai curry, man. It is a wonderful thing. I can't even begin to tell you. And I got mine with pork, so, because they give you the option of what you want in terms of thing. So, do it to about like halfway, maybe a little bit more. And then I will literally take the extra rice and just put it in with that. That's my little Thai food hack, I guess, for when you order out. I usually don't dine in, though I actually like the layout of Subdragon. But usually, because they're so close by, I'll just order. So, but, like I said, I do actually like the atmosphere there. It's very neat. And the two guys who run it are extremely nice. Very, very nice folks. So, mix it all up. That is looking rather good. So I'll kind of show you folks. I mean, it's literally just curry mixed with rice. So, and actually, I'm going to add one thing from here because this is part of what makes the red curry. Red curry, got some red peppers. So, and I think most of them stayed in that side of it. So, let's go ahead, give this a shot. I know I should have started talking after the first bite, but I didn't because it was so good. I'm hungry. Yeah, okay, so, oh man. Like I said, level 2, just the right amount of spice in my opinion. It gives it a kick, but it's not taking away from the flavors. You got the red pepper in there. It's really good. Got one with some pork in it. Pork is nice and tender. Got some nice flavor and some nice texture to it. And, I mean, it's got a great acidic taste to it. With the spices and the acidity. I love that personally. That is, like, something similar that I could kind of compare it to is if you go to, like, a good ramen place and you get, like, a spicy ramen. The taste isn't exactly comparable. But it's that acidity and that spiciness is similar. So it's not. And jasmine rice is fantastic. They offer jasmine rice and brown rice. But in my opinion, personally, jasmine rice works better with curries. Because your jasmine rice has a good flavor to it. It's similar to white rice. But it's a little bit more flavorful. I don't know exactly. I guess jasmine, I would assume. But yeah, that, because I gotta cut it, folks. So, anyway, so yeah, that is my Subdragon special. The overall review for the red curry, like I said, it's really good. I haven't had curry too many places, so it's hard for me to say, like, oh, it's, usually if I get curry, it's from Subdragon. I've had curry at, like, one Chinese place. Their take on it was a little bit different, but it was still good. But this I definitely preferred. I usually, like I said, I get the other curries usually. But this is, in comparison to the other curries that I've had, somewhat similar tasting, but definitely, with the pepper and stuff like that, it has a more, like, pepperish flavor, I guess, compared to like the pineapple one that has pineapple and some of the other ones. So yeah, that is my little thing on. I know I'm going over. I've got to make this go fast. So folks, that is my little thing on Subdragon 111. I really enjoyed their stuff. Everything I had here, I am more than happy with. It is all very high quality stuff. It tastes fresh, which is like really important. And it all does its job really well. It's, you know, maybe you've got a place that, you know, whatever, but at least in terms of, certainly in terms of anything I can do at home. But it's definitely higher quality than just like, you know, standard throw it away, takeout stuff. So that's my whole thing on Subdragon 111. Please, like I said, if you're in the area, definitely check them out. They, again, extremely nice people, really nice atmosphere if you want to dine in. They also have excellent, they have this like Thai rice pudding, so good. They've got Thai iced tea, really good. And yeah, they just absolutely fantastic. So, and everything here that I tried, like I said, all completely new to me, and everything lived up to my expectations, because I knew, I had the feeling it was going to, given how much I like this place. So, and, you know, like I said, you can call that bias if you want, but it is what it is. I'm not making any claims that I'm not trying to help promote these places, but I'm trying to help promote them because I love them. So, anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Hopefully, this captures the rest of the stuff. So the way I like to sign off, no matter what you're doing, where you are, all that good stuff, if you're eating Thai food, or Chinese food, or Mexican food, or